All right, good afternoon, craps fans. Welcome back. This is Scott from Paradise Craps. I'm gonna roll out another do-we-don't practice session. Heading up to the boat tomorrow. Got my reservation, so we're all set. Try to make another $100. Pay for the gas money. All right. Okie doke. So we got our $30 do-we-don't coming out. And we got a boxcar to start with, so it's going to cost us 15. Coming out. 7. 5. Alright, so we're on to 5. It's going to be a $15 lay odds on the 5. Here we go. Looking for big red. Got a 4. See if we can get 5 rolls. 3. 10. 6. Alright, so that's at least 5 rolls. So we'll try our lay 4 for 51. $50 lay, dollar vig. 10. 3. Ooh, that shadow's pretty bad behind me, isn't it? That's the sun right there. Yeah, close both of those. There we go. All right, and there's our 7 out. So we're off the 5. It's going to cost us $1 vig for a quarter, and we're going to get 10 for our 15. Okie doke, coming out. Oh, dice off the table, no roll. Well, this is the end of my work day and the end of my work week. So I have my cocktail here, unwind a little bit. All right, let's try that one again. Coming out. 9, Neener. On the 9. $15 in lay odds. 7 out. All right. So we're going to get 10 for our 15. Back in our rack. Coming out. 7. Come out 7. 5, fever. On the 5, $15 in lay odds. 7 out. That is precisely what we want to see with this strategy. $10 for our 15. Coming out. 9. 'Alright, so we're on a 9. $15 lay odds on the 9. And that was roll number 1. Here we go. 5, roll number 2. 7 out on roll number 3. Gotta love those quick 7s. I know I do. $10, $10, $10. We only need 10 of them to make our goal. We got what, 4 of them now probably. Coming out. 6. All right, no lay odds on the 6, so we're just counting. And we got a 5. And we got a 9. Oop. And we got a 6-point hit. Coming out. And we got a 9 again. Nice. All right, so that's 5 rolls. So during this hand, if I roll a 4, I will do my lay. All right, $15 on the 9. Lay odds on the 9. Here we go. 8. For a 4 or a 7. Got a 3. And there's our 7. Thank you, Mr. 7. Short rolls, short rolls. Gotta love the short rolls. All right, 15, 10 for our 15. And let's see what we got. All right, so we got 400, 75, 500, 30, 40, 50. So we're about halfway to our win goal. Here we go, coming out. 8. On the 8. 3. 4. All right, that's good. 2 more rolls. 10. Roll number 4. And roll number 5. Another 10. All right, so we made it to 5 rolls that time. One of them was a 4. We are now on a lay 4 for 51. And we got a 5. Big red. Come on, there we go. 7 out. All right, so that's going to cost us $1. We're going to get 24 net on that one. All right, so we're up 50. What did I say? That's 50, 100, 25, 35, 65, 75, 80 bucks. Nice. Here we go. 7. Come out 7. Nothing for us. 10 down on the end. All right. Do like that number. That's a good number for us. All right, so we're on the 10. 10's going to be a $20 lay odds. Here we go. 7 out. PSO on the 10. I like it. Like it, like it, like it. All right, $10 for our 20. All right, so now we're up, what, 90 bucks? Almost to our win goal. Oh, who joined? Hyperpress N3M0. How you doing, brother? Thank you. Almost done. Almost done. Nope, this is Scott. I am Scott from Paradise Craps. Steve is pressed by 1. All right, here we go. Coming out, but that's okay. 314. Here we go. $20 in lay odds. Roll number 2 is a 12. Roll number 3 is a 9. Roll number 4 is a 3. Roll number 5 is a boxcars. All right, so we got 5 rolls. We already had the 4 because we're on it. So let's do a $30 bump to our $20 lay odds. So now we got $50 in lay odds. Here we go. Looking for big red. We got it. Look at that. Bazinga. Doop. That was a 4-3, 7 out. All right, So that's going to pay us 25 for our 50. And I believe we're done. We have reached our win goal, or at least we're going to be very close to it. But let's see. All right, so that's all that. That's going to go there. Okay, so we got 475, 5, 600, and let's count it out. 600, $118 profit, just like that. Okay, I got to read. You're talking here. Scott, no problem. I'm getting confused. You're getting confused. All right. Have you ever done a roll distribution 36 chart? Yeah, I do them once in a while. I don't do them that often because, you know, it kind of always works out. It always, you know, when you do 36 rolls and you look at the distribution, you'll have one or two that are off by, you know, one or two. But in general, so when you say, you know, we're playing the long game or we're playing the short game, so 36 rolls, if it's 120 rolls an hour on average, and I'm not sure where that number came up with, but that's a number that is used in WinCraps, right? So that's basically 36 rolls is like 15 minutes. So over 15 minutes, you should expect to see kind of a normal distribution for the numbers based on the probability of any single roll. And that kind of bears itself out. So I don't do a 36 roll. When you say chart, you mean chart what they are? No, I do like the 30. You know, back in the day, I think George from CY used to do that. A lot of the guys used to do that. So once in a while, I'll just grab 36 chips and I'll roll out 36 and see how they end up falling out. But generally speaking, it does follow the normal probability, normal distribution. Yeah, I do. I also bet on randoms. If they're true randoms, yeah, I don't do crapsy at all. I only do win craps. But yeah, so I'll watch them. I'll watch them at the table because I've been stung a couple of times by dice setters, and although I could not get dice setting to work for me, I know for others it works, but. You know, but to me, if they're doing anything with the dice, if they're picking a set and they're doing anything with them, to me, that will disrupt the random probability. That's my opinion. So if I got a shooter that's doing anything with the dice other than picking them up and chucking them, I will not bet on them. But if I see somebody just picking them up and chucking them, whether it's a come out roll or whether it's, you know, once a point's established, I will notice that. And I will bet on them the next time. Not that time necessarily, but the next time certainly. Yeah. So playing my strategy with the Dewey Don't, all I'm looking for is a true random probability roll. That's 100% all I'm looking for. You know, I'm playing the probability of the numbers. But, you know, I've been stung by people shooting, you know, setting the dice and tossing. And it just, for whatever, you know, maybe they're hitting their numbers, maybe they're not. But I do believe it messes with the random probability. Yeah, that is definitely my mentality on that. And nobody's going to change that one for sure. So yeah, I would love to be able to bet on everybody. That's why, like the don't pass, you know, press. You know, I'd love to come up with a strategy. I would love to find a strategy or be shown a strategy that doesn't require chasing. I have not found any strategy. Okay, so I just finished my Dewey Don't, and I don't think I did not have to press. I did not lose on my lay 4 once, and I probably lay forward, what, 3 times, I think, 2 or 3 times. So that was rare, right? Normally I have to do some level of chasing, and I have yet to find a strategy where you don't have to chase at all, right? If you're chasing all the time, that's not doable. You're just going to get hammered, and that's not sustainable. You're just exposing yourself to way too much risk. Hey, what's up, Jay? Yeah, I don't know what the dusted one is. How's it going, Jay? You been to your casino lately? What's going on? Doing any good? Yeah, I'm going out on the boat tomorrow, so I'm going to try my luck. See if I can take away a little more money from them. You lost last time? Overstayed my hours? Yeah, I mean, that's definitely, any strategy. Over time, the house has an edge. It's hard to overcome that edge. You doing it on bubble craps level? Nothing wrong with that. I like bubble craps. That's why I wish I rolled out that one the other day for Gene, because Gene was saying in his area they don't have, they won't let him play the do we don't. So I was thinking about it, going, all right, well, if I couldn't do a do we don't, how would I play it? All right, so there's 400, there's 80, 75, 80. And so I told him, I said, what I would do, and I've done it. I've done it a couple of times and it's worked, but I've done it a couple of times and it hasn't worked. So again, to me, it's not as good as a do-we don't, because to me, it's a little bit too aggressive with the size bets that I was doing. But if you win, you can win pretty quickly. But I think it was Charlie that said it. Anything that wins quick loses quick too. So it just really depends on how the dice are rolling. So the one I laid out for Gene was, okay, I would do pass line, and I would do $15 pass line, right? So assuming we're on a $15 table. So $15 pass, and then I play it kind of like I play now, right? So there's an 8. So with the 8, what I was doing was I was doing an $18, and I don't know if they'll let you do an $18 lay. So $18 lay pays 15, costs $1 vig, right? So they're getting a little bit more than their 5%, but that way you're covered. So you got the pass line covered and a don't pass. So that's my way of hedging the 6 and 8. All right, so there's the second roll, and it was a 4. So that I still do the same. All right, there's a 5, third roll. Fourth roll is a 10. Fifth roll is a 6. All right, so we got our 5 rolls. One of them was a 4. So now I'm going to go out on the 4. Lay 4. Boxcars. And now we just roll it out. 10. 4. All right, so now we got hit on the 4, which is fine. Now I would go out, I would push it, 150, lay 4, $3 vig. Here we go. 9. 8. 8. Oh, 8's the point. I just hit 8 twice. All right, so we're off the 8, and we're going to lose the lay. So we're going to lose 19, but we're going to get paid 15. And then we're back on the 8 again. And that's another 18. 19, actually. All right, on the 8. And we got a 9. And we got a 4 again. That's not good. All right, so that's going to lose 150, so down 200 now on that. That's painful. All right, here we go. We got a 3. Got to be a 7 coming up here. Yeah, that chasing stuff, man, that's bad juju. Man, this has been a long roll. Got to be a 7 in there. Seen enough 4s already. There's a 5. 6, 9, 2, 5, 4. All right, so that was a wipeout session. That didn't work. Yeah, that chasing, boy, you really expose yourself to a lot of strife with that one. And again, like I said, I wish there was a strategy that you didn't have to chase. You could just play it pure, preferably dark side for me. I like playing the dark side, but I have yet to find one that doesn't end up putting you in a hole where you feel like you need to do something to try to recover. Yeah, it's all luck. I mean, you know, I don't know. There's really not much skill in it. All you're trying to do is reduce the house edge as much as you can. Find a strategy that you can be in and out of exposure as much as possible. In and out. Well, you don't want to be in exposure, right? You don't want to expose too much. But I mean, I think the short run certainly has, it depends on what you're looking for too, right? If you're going in there with $500 and you want to walk out of there with $1,000, I think that's pretty hard. If you're walking in there with $1,000 and you want to walk out of there with, you know, $1,500, I don't think that should be too hard. I mean, I liked Wayland's. All right, so there's 1,000. I liked Wayland's one that he was rolling out, the 4 one, but when you get whacked on it, you get whacked pretty hard. All right, so his was $100. Actually, should be 120. Yeah, let's do it this way. All right, so there's 100. All right, so we'll do 120, 6 and 8. And we're going to buy the 4 and 10. All right, here we go. So he's off on the come out. Boxcars. So depending on what you had on the pass line, you may lose that. 5. All right, and he's looking for 2 hits. I would be looking for 2 rolls. So we already had a 12 and a 5. So really, probably 1 roll would be all I would be looking for. All right, well, there's a 5. All right, so that 100 is going to pay 140. 140. So you just made $140 right there. So now the question is, okay, and all bets are off. Coming out, 9. So what is that? Roll like 4 or 5? So do you want to take another chance and go 1 more roll with everything on? Okay, 1 more roll. There's your 7. Bam! Just like that. And that's the problem. So you really need to wait for that 7 again. So now we lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 40. 640 we lost. So we made 140, we lost 640, so we just lost $500 right there. And now we don't have enough. So $1,000 isn't enough to go back out, because really what he says is you want to go back out double. All right, so we'll do 120, 120. All right, let's see if we can get a couple hits. Coming out. All right, we got the 8 on the 8. Here we go. See if we can get a couple rolls. So to me, and then we're back off the 8 again. All right, so that's a $140 winner. $140 winner. Okay, so now we can go on the 9. And here we go, coming out. And we got a 6. And we got a 9. All right. So that, to me, that's 2 hits, 140. And I would go off now. I would turn everything off. I'd put that on the 10. Turn them all off. And then run it out to a 7. And that's kind of what he does, except he puts them on. He moves them to a lay 4. So if we were to do that, let's do $50. Now, he does $200. So let's do a $200. All right, these are all off. $200 lay 4, $5 vig. All right, here we go. Oh, and look at that, frickin' 4. Unbelievable. So that was a quick 200 gone. I don't know. All right, so there's another $200. Well, actually, let's just do $400 lay 4. $400 lay 4. $10 vig pays 200. All right. And there's our 7. All right, so that's going to cost us $10, and we're going to get 200, which we just lost anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 20. All right, coming out. 5 fever. All right, so that's roll number 1. See, I wouldn't do more than 3 rolls, regardless. Between 7s, look at that. There's another 7 right there. Those short rolls, you know, those types of systems, those short rolls just kill you. So, I don't know. I don't know how you limit your exposure, because obviously that was maximum exposure, and we got whacked, right? So, it's hard. It's not an easy game to come up with a really good strategy that, you know, I like the light to dark. I like different things, but I have yet to find one that works as well as with the Dewey Don't. Feel so close to it. I don't know. Don't be overconfident, right? You don't believe it's all luck? There's an element of physics. No, there's an element of probability. Are you trying to use dice influence? Yeah, okay. Or if you're using dice influence, but if you have your own setup and you can roll it out, I mean, I would challenge you to roll out 36 rolls using dice influence, trying to use a particular set, and then seeing how much that roll probability was off to random probability. And if you can do that consistently, and I'm not saying there aren't people out there that can, I'm sure there are. Personally, I spent a lot of time. I mean, the whole COVID lockdown time, you know, I was practicing. I got lessons from not from Howard. I got lessons from Heavy Haltom. I got lessons from the gentleman at Casino Quest, you know, and obviously I watched the videos, and it's very challenging. And I honestly, my true belief is that if it was possible, they wouldn't let you do it in the casino. No, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. Is it doable? Yeah, I think it's doable. But you're setting the dice, great, and I understand the different sets, and I understand which ones, you know, are supposed to yield what numbers based on keeping them on axis. Everything's about keeping them on axis. But again, if you can roll them out, well, you know, I did the bone tracker software, which is an Excel spreadsheet with some macros and stuff in it that you can get free from Heavy's chat forum group. But you know, they say you need 720 rolls to figure out whether you're, you know, making any kind of difference to random probability. 720 rolls. Yeah, okay, they don't allow sliding because sliding's cheating. Don't you think if they actually thought you could set the dice and pick a number and actually hit it with any kind of consistency, they wouldn't ban that also? Same rationale. I mean, the only reason they ever give anybody any heat when they're dice setting is if they take too much time, because their rake, is based on certain number of rolls per hour based on their house edge, right? That's how they make their money. So if you were actually doing something that was influencing the dice to change random probability, which is what they are banking on, I don't think they'd allow it for a second. Too many people. Yeah, a lot of people set dice, but do any of them actually produce results that are consistent and actually reduce random probability? I don't think so. So, true, but if you keep the dice on the table more often than random. So, and I said that to Hyperpress earlier. Is like I won't, because he mentioned he'll bet on true Randies, and I bet on true Randies. But if somebody comes up to the table and they set the dice, like there's a guy in the boat, he likes to use I think it's a 3V, and he's very consistent on it, 3V all the time. That's what he uses, and I won't bet on him. I won't bet on anybody that uses a dice set, right? If they're setting the dice, to me, I do believe they are changing the random probability. That's my opinion. So they're changing random probability. But do I believe they're changing random probability enough to be profitable, to take advantage of what they think they're going to be able to roll based on that dice set? Absolutely not. That's where I diverge from that train of thought. Well, come on. I mean, you look at King Dice, you look at a lot of those people that the only one that I trust is George from CY. And he published his 2022 rolls for the whole year. It's out there. If you go look at his rolls for the whole year, and he is the most mechanical dice tosser that I've seen, and you look at his numbers, and they are barely different than random probability. Barely. Well, no. Obviously, if you're smart, you don't showcase that skill because you have an edge over the casino. And just like, card counting, you don't want to be banned, right? So not that anyone has ever been banned, to my knowledge. And again, my knowledge is pretty limited. I've only been doing this for what, 3 years now, a little over 3 years, about 3 years, I'll say. But nobody has been banned from the casino because they can control the dice. Nobody. So no, it's admirable to chase that. Don't get me wrong. I tried. I gave it the old college try for a long time, and then I just gave up because it was slowing down the game, and I was not making a difference. In the end, I was not controlling the dice in any way that changed the random probability. So that's just my opinion. Everybody's got an opinion, one way or the other. That's just mine. So to me, I prefer to have a strategy like my do don't that just relies on true random probability. That's all I'm looking for. I want those dice shaken up. I want them just pick them up and chuck them, right? Because I want true random probability. That's all I'm relying on for my strategy. That's pure luck. There's no skill in that whatsoever. So can you have skill? You can have skills at anything, right? But the end result is what matters, right? Is that skill going to be profitable for you? So I don't, gosh, there's certainly so many people out there, a lot of good people, right? I mean, they're really genuinely nice people, and they're using it, and I hope they're all making money, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Now, maybe they got a good strategy with it. And I have seen really good I've seen people that were doing dice influence that couldn't influence the dice in any way, and yet they walked away with a lot of money. And they walked away with a lot of money because they had a good strategy to take advantage of streaks of rolls that went beyond, the average probability of seeing a 7. And they pressed their bets, right? So they pressed their bets pretty heavily, and then they walked away when that roll was over. They didn't stick around because so many people I see, they're successful, they'll make money, their rack will expand, and then they'll just sit there and it'll go right back down to nothing, and they'll get busted out and they'll walk away. So, you know, I think the smart ones are power pressing or pressing, 6 and 8 especially, right? And having enough money to last out until you get to a reasonable roll, pressing, hopefully pressing and collecting, or you know, again, they're just going to press them up and get wiped out. And then you hear this, oh, how did that happen? And you're like, really? You know, so that I think the collect and press is the best, but the collect and power press is good. So, but then again, once that rolls over, you know, you can't believe that lightning is going to strike twice, because in craps, it doesn't. So you will run out of money long before that second long roll comes. It's best to take your profit and walk away and just, you know, pat yourself on the back and say attaboy and go. All right, enough pontificating. I'm going to try my do-we-don't practice one more hand here, one more session I should say. All right, so there's 100, 500 less 100. And there is 100 less 20. So again, I think as long as you are 100% honest with yourself and you 100% monitor what you are doing, verify that you truly do have an edge over the casino, then you got something, because then you can pick a strategy that plays into that advantage. But you got to be brutally honest with yourself. There is no pie in the sky. There is no, well, if I had a different table, well, you know, there's no excuses. It either wins or it doesn't. You either have that skill or you don't. Period. And again, I think most people do not. Because like you said, it's not easy. It's really challenging. I mean, you think about the variability back here on this wall and all these pyramids. And you watch the slow motion videos out there. If you hit these pyramids at all, game over. It's totally random, right? The only chance you get, the only chance you have, is to be able to drop those down and hit the bottom part of the rail. So you're still meeting the requirements of hitting the back wall, but you're not spinning them when they come off the wall. You know, you got to keep them on axis. You want it to hit here, and you want it to hit this back wall, kiss that back wall, come off a little bit. That's the only chance you have. And try to do that with any consistency. That is really challenging. And it really slows the game down. So if you don't have that skill, you know, it slows the game down for everybody. All right, we're on the 5. $15 lay odds on the 5. Gonna count 2 craps. And we got a 6. And we got a 7 out. All right, so we're off the 5. 10 for our 15. So we're up $10, looking for 100. Here we go, coming out. 10 down in the end. 10's a very good number for us. I like the 10. All right, so we're on the 10. $20 in lay odds on the 10. Here we go. 7 out. PSO on the 10. There we go. 10 for our 20. And we are up $20 right there. We can walk away and go get lunch. 7, come out 7, nothing. 7, come out 7, nothing. On the do we don't. 9, neater. All right, so roll number 1, we're on the 9. $15 in lay odds on the 9. There we go. 3 craps. 9, 10, 6, 4, 10, sorry. All right. And we got a 5. And we got a 6. All right, that's roll number 5. So now I'm looking for a 4 or a 7, either one. There's a 7, 6, 1. All right. So that's another $10 for our 15. So what are we up? 30 bucks now? Just that quick. To me, that to me is an ideal strategy. Not a lot of risk. Playing the dark side. 4. All right. So we're on a 4. That's going to be $20 in lay odds. Start our counter. 4. Back to back. All right, so we're going to lose that 20. And that was roll number 3. 4 again. All right, so we're on the 4. This time I'm going to go $90 in lay odds. Max lay odds on the 4. Here we go. Boxcars. 7 out. All right, so we lost 20, but we're going to make 45 back on that one. So we still made a quarter on that one. Here we go. Coming out. 8. On the 8, all we're doing is counting on the 8, 6 and 8. We don't put any lay odds on that. 11. 9. 7 out. All right. Not going to win anything, not going to lose anything. Here we go, coming out. And we got a 2 craps. Roll number 1. 7 out. Come out 7, I should say. 10 down on the end. All right, we got something we can gamble on now. So we're on the 10, $20 in lay odds. Roll number 1. Here we go. And we got a 4. That's good. Roll number 2. Roll number 3 is another 4. It's really good. Oh, and there's our 7. Second 2, I should have put it out there. Darn it. Oh well. Still made 10 bucks with no additional risk. So 10 for our 20. So what are we up now? Like 40 bucks? Yeah, you too, Jay. Like I said, I back you 100%. I think, going for it and trying to learn that skill is certainly admirable, and I wish you nothing but the best of, not luck, because it's not luck, but your persistence will hopefully pay off, and you'll be able to beat the bejesus out of the casinos by coming up with a strategy that works with your skill. For me personally, it doesn't work. Couldn't get it to work. And I might try it again when I'm retired and I have more time, but I understand what you're saying. I understand the physics of it. I understand, what the goal is. I was just not able to achieve it. All right, where are we at? Okay, so we're off and we're coming out. Here we go. 6. All right, and we are just counting on the 6. Here we go. Looking for a 4. We got a 6. Back to back. All right, so that's roll number 2. Coming out. Give me something I can bet on. Got a yo, roll number 3. And we got a 4 on roll number 4. All right. So we're on the 4. That was roll number 4. So I'm going to go $20 and lay odds. Standard for the 4 and 10. And there's our 7 out. All right. So we get another 10 bucks. We'll take it. We're only looking for 10 winners like that. See where we are. All right. So we got 400, 25, 500, 30, 45, 55. So we're up 55. 55% of the way to our win goal. Coming out. 8. Okay, on the 8, again we're just counting on the 8. 6 or 8. And we got an 8. Back off the 8. Roll number 2. Coming out. Round and round she goes. Number 6. Roll. Alright, that was roll number 3. Again, we're just counting on the 6 and 8. There's another 8. Roll number 4. 5. Roll number 5. All right, so we got 5 rolls, and now we're looking for a 4 if we get one before the 7. And we got an 8. And we got a 4. There we go. All right, so now we'll go out for our $51 lay 4. Now we're looking for the 7. Oh, we got another 4. That's a lot of 4s. All right, so we're going to lose that 51. We're going to go out for 150. And that's a $3 vig. Here we go. And we got a 9. Neener. And we got a 5. 10. Puppy paws. 7 out. 43. All right, so that's going to cost us $3, but we're going to get 75. So that's the 50 we had out there plus a quarter, less all the vig. Still up. That's good. All right. So we're off that. Here we go. 10 down on the end. All right, so we're on the 10, 15, 20. And lay odds. We got a 4, that's good, so that's roll number 2. And we got a 5, roll number 3. And we got a 10, roll number 4. All right, so we're on the 4. We're going to lose that 20 bucks off the 10. And here we go, coming out. Oh man, I should have put the frickin' come out 7. All right, what do I want to do? Do I want to go out there for my 51? I should have done it after that. Because there are always more come out 7s. I don't quite understand why. There shouldn't be. All right, so we're on the 5. $15 in lay odds. Here we go. Boxcars. 7 out. 5-2, we're all through. All right, so it's going to pay us 10 for the 15 on the 5. And it's going to pay us 25 for the dollar vig on the lay. All right, so now we are, let's do a quick count, see where we're at. I don't think it's changed much since we checked last time, but it has changed a little bit. All right, so there's 400. I got 475, 5. So we got 50, 80, 5, 90, 5, 100. All right, one more hand and we're done. Coming out. 7, come out 7. 9, neater. All right, so we're on the 9. $15 lay odds on the 9. 6. Roll number 2. 10. Roll number 3. 5. Roll number 4. 3. Roll number 5. All right, so our bases are loaded. We need a 4 now. Give me a 4 or a 7. Hey, there's a 4. Thank you. All right, so now we're out for our $51 lay 4. We got a 10, 6, 4. And we got an 8. Hot 8. 5, fever. Come on, mix them up. Give me that random 7. Nope, 3. 3 craps. 4. Oh, that did not want to see that one. Don't dig a hole for yourself now, Scott. All right, so there's 150. $3 vig. Here we go. 6. 10. 7 out. We got a winner, chicken dinner. All right, so we're off the 9. It's going to pay us 10 for our 15. All right, put that there. Let's put this in here. And that's going to pay us 75 for our $3 vig. That's the 50 we lost plus a quarter. All right, so there's that. 300, 400, 500. All right, so there's our 500 we started with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here we got 125, 31, 131, in whatever time that was. All right, well, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. This is Scott from Paradise Craps. That is the Dewey Don't, my Dewey Don't. And I will be playing it tomorrow. And hopefully I will have similar results to the 2 times I played it today. That is my expectation. So have a good evening, and we will see you back at the table late tomorrow or probably on Saturday.